If you want to know how to plan a marriage proposal, there are 9 main things you want to consider when planning an engagement, and we will go over those in this video, plus a few extra tips along the way so that you can plan a perfect proposal. If you're about to propose or if you love, we cover all things related to marriage proposals. So subscribe and let's plan the best engagement possible. The first thing you want to consider when you are about to propose is how many people are going to be at your marriage proposal. We did a survey on our social media channels, and most women seem to prefer to have a private marriage proposal, meaning just between you two. But you can plan to propose whichever way you want. But basically, this is what you have to choose. Whether the engagement is going to be personal and intimate between just you two and maybe a photographer, or will it be with a few close friends and or family, or will it be in a big crowd with tons of strangers around you? As an example, if you're proposing to an introvert and you plan a flash mob, that might not be the best idea, and vice versa. Also, will the family be offended if they aren't invited to be there? Oh, and that reminds me, don't forget to ask for the father's blessing before you do any of the proposing. Even if you don't think they'd care, it is always best to err on the side of asking them for their blessing. The next thing you need to know or plan is, will the proposal be a secret to the girlfriend, and how big of a secret will it be? Will they kind of know it's coming, or will they be completely surprised? Once you know those two things, then the rest of the planning, the proposal, will be a lot easier. So, now you want to go ring shopping. The reason why I do this at this point of planning the proposal is because I like to budget not just for the engagement ring, but the engagement as a whole. I recommend you watch my video on how to get a girl's ring size secretly, and also all my videos on how to save money on engagement rings. You normally can save hundreds to thousands on diamond engagement rings, and they will show you how, so you can take that extra money that you save from the engagement ring portion of your engagement that you budgeted for, and then put it towards the actual proposal. The most reputable and affordable places to buy diamonds are linked to below this YouTube video, but I also have tons of videos on how to shop and why to shop for online diamonds. Now that you know how much you are spending on the ring, you can put the rest of your budget towards the engagement itself. If you need really cheap engagement ideas, I will have a video on that if it isn't already out by the time you watch this. So I recommend you watch my video on 50 marriage proposal ideas. There I give you general ideas in which I've seen tons of examples of variations of those ideas. And then you can take some of those examples and hopefully jog up some ideas and come up with an exact idea specific to you and your situation. There are so many different styles and types of engagements and ideas, whether you are romantic or not, whether you're creative or simple, whether you want it private or with a family. You just need to get some of those ideas, and I give you tons of the ideas in that video. The next thing you need to know is, how are you going to capture the proposal? Is it going to be pictures or video or both? Capturing a proposal is not easy. Once again, I repeat that. Capturing a proposal, whether it's pictures or video, is not easy. The main reason why it's difficult is the person only has 15 to 40 seconds to capture the right exact moment well. So you either need to have someone that knows exactly what you want and is skilled enough to get it, or you need to watch my video on how to capture the moment. We go over the best angles to capture a proposal and things you may not think of on how to get good sound if you're going to get a video, and just tons of other tips. Now, if you capture it well, that way later everyone can see the proposal. This will be especially important if you want to have a very private proposal. That way you can show the family and they won't be as offended. They can feel like they were part of it. Moving on, the next thing you need to do is plan how much you want to decorate. Once again, I have another video on this. I have videos on everything, but I would say the main points of that video are to pick the right place to focus on for your setup of the proposal, which will depend also on how you are going to capture the proposal and the angle you want to capture the proposal at. So that's why we chose that earlier as part of the planning. The next main point of that video is that if you're decorating, you want to decorate with different levels. So don't just put candles and flower petals on the ground, but put stuff on the wall or the tables around, and then maybe stuff on the ceiling, and so on and so forth. So decorate with levels. Okay, so now you've got the decoration plan. So now let's move on to the proposal moment. What are you going to do in that moment? Are you going to say a lot, or are you going to say a little? I recommend just saying a little, and I'll get to that in just a second. Are you going to be on the knee, then propose, or propose and then get down on the knee? And if you think I'm overthinking this, just wait a second, because this is why I'm going over all this. My recommendations most of the time are to not give a speech longer than 30 seconds. So I do most of the proposal and most of your little speech, if you're going to give one, on your knee, meaning the last lines of your small speech, the proposal, and putting the ring on her finger, I would all do on your knee, because you want to stay on your knee as long as possible. This will help to better capture the proposal and get great pictures and videos of it all in the moment. The longer you're on that knee, the better. So once again, it's all coming full circle to why we started with the capturing of this video. You want someone to capture it because you don't have a long time, but when you're in that moment, you want your speech to be, maybe you can start talking on it and then get down on a knee, give the rest of whatever your little speech is going to be, and then propose, put the ring on her finger, all on the knee. So take your time on your knee is my big recommendation for that. Then let whatever happens after you propose be organic, be happy together, be excited. You just got engaged and planned the biggest step in the rest of your lives. The last thing I like to do with all proposals is to have someone do a small little proposal interview. That way you can feel the happiness of the moment forever and not just the kind of the scripted part. I use scripted loosely, but not just the actual proposal part. So as part of that interview, you can ask small questions like, did you know the proposal was coming? Was it a surprise? When did you know it was coming? Do you happen to know already when and where you want to get married? Have you thought about that? Now, if there's something really unique about the proposal, you can have them ask, what did you think about that unique part of the proposal? Stuff like that. Make sure you click on my videos now on how to save hundreds to thousands on diamonds or engagement rings, or just click on the links below this video for the most affordable and reputable places to buy diamond rings. Now, if you love this video, you'll also love my video on the best tips for your perfect engagement. I love that video and it gets lots of views. Make sure you like and subscribe if you love.